topic is 10.5 ripple tank. First of all, define what is ripple tank. Ripple tank is a device for what? To produce water waves and to study water waves. Ripple tank is a device to produce water waves and to study these waves. Okay, now construction. What is construction? For construction, we have a tray made up of glass. It is fixed on 4 legs. And a white sheet is under this glass tray. This glass tray is approximately 1 meter above this white sheet, white screen. Here we have a wooden plate placed such that its lower part just touches the surface of water in this glass tray. A vibrator motor is fixed on it. Here we have a stand and here you have not to describe the construction of motor. Just tell them a motor is fixed on this wooden plate, so that when the motor is started, it pushes it and then release it, so that this wooden plate vibrates and thus water waves are produced in it. Yes. When it pushes, puff is produced. When it moves upward, a crust is produced, and it moves continuously, so we get crust and trough, crust and trough, crust and trough, crust and trough. These are the water waves. To get the image of these waves on this white screen, we have a bulb, electric bulb over this glass tray. When the light falls on this trough, when the light falls on this trough. This trough behaves like a convex lens. And what happens? Light comes here, falls on it, and the light is diverged. This is trough, and light is diverged. But when the light waves fall on this, the light waves are converged. Yeah. The, so the crust converges the light waves, and trough diverges the light wave. So here below this trough we get a dim light, while under the crust we get a bright light. So we get dim light and we call it dark fringe. Here it is dark fringe because it is dim. And under the crust we get a bright light. Then again the trough comes and we get a dark fringe. Again under the crust bright fringe, and here again dark fringe. So we get a pattern. So we get dark and bright fringes. These also move in the forward direction as the waves are moving in the forward direction. So now we are getting the image of the waves, and we will study these images, and thus in fact we will be studying the waves. So here we have written to produce water waves and to study these water waves. How water waves are produced? Because of this motor vibrating this wooden plate on the water surface. The waves are produced on the water surface having crust and trough. Trough diverges the light rays, so we get dim light and we call it dark fringe, whereas the crust converge the light rays, एक पॉइंट पे लाइट रेज को कन्वर्ज कर देती हैं, इकट्ठी कर देती हैं, सो वी गेट ब्राइट फ्रिंज. लिहाजा हमारे पास ब्राइट पट्टी बनती है. और यहाँ पे अंडर द ट्रफ वी गेट डार्क फ्रिंज. डार्क फ्रिंज मीन एक डिम लाइट की पट्टी बनती है. तो डिम लाइट को यूजुअली हम डार्क फ्रिंज कहते हैं और ब्राइट पट्टी को हम ब्राइट फ्रिंज कहते हैं. जब ये फ्रिंजेस आगे मूव करती हैं तो हम स्टडी करते हैं कि कितनी देर में कितना डिस्टेंस ये कवर करेगी. इसका मतलब है ये जो डिस्टेंस है बिटवीन टू डार्क फ्रिंजेस, it is wavelength, or we can say the distance between two bright fringes is known as here or here lambda wavelength. We will note the time, that in how much time these fringes move in the forward direction, and then we can calculate the velocity of these waves. Or what else is we will study in working of ripple tank. We will study those things under the topic heading working of ripple tank. This was just the construction of ripple tank. And we will also study different characteristics of waves. For example, number one, reflection of waves, then refraction of waves, then number three, diffraction of waves, and interference of waves, etc. We will study that in 10.5 part 2. Got the point?